Yo, what's good YouTube? I am back with another reaction video, and we got how good was Larry Bird actually. We found another one of these videos, but we're about to get straight into this video, man. Deeply appreciate all love and support, but let's get straight into this video. We ain't gonna waste no time. Let's get it.
How good was Larry Bird actually? Once every generation or so, a player comes along who can truly be called a superstar. Larry Bird was such a player. For 13 seasons with the Boston Celtics from 1979-80 through 1991-92, Bird personified hustle, consistency, and excellence in all areas of play. As a scorer, passer, a rebounder, a defender, a team player, and perhaps above all, as a clutch performer. With all the greatest of all time debates going on today, my question is, why do people forget Larry Bird when the debate is raging? Bird, along with Magic Johnson, saved the NBA, and I think that there is little doubt that if it wasn't for Larry and Magic, Michael Jordan could never have achieved the level of fame he ultimately did. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. College career. Bird studied in a couple of colleges, but eventually ended up playing for Indiana State University in Terre Haute in 1975. He had a successful 3-year career with the Sycamores, helping them reach the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history with a 33-0 record where they played the 1979 championship game against Michigan State. Indiana State lost the game 75-64, with Bird scoring 19 points but making only 7 of 21 shots. The game achieved the highest ever television rating for a college basketball game, in large part because of the matchup between Bird and Spartans point guard Earvin "Magic" Johnson, a rivalry that lasted throughout their professional careers. Despite failing to win the championship, Bird earned numerous year-end awards and honors for his outstanding play, including the Naismith College Player of the Year award. For his college career, he averaged 30.3 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game, leading the Sycamores to an 81-13 record during his tenure. Early career and success. Bird was selected by the Boston Celtics with the 6th overall pick in the 1978 NBA draft. The Celtics were coming off one of the worst seasons in history, but Bird immediately transformed the Celtics into a title contender. The team improved its win total by 32 games from the year before he was drafted and finished first in the Eastern Conference. With averages of 21.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.7 steals per game for the season, he was selected to the All-Star team and named Rookie of the Year. In the conference finals, Boston was eliminated by the Philadelphia 76ers. The NBA's first sharpshooter. Is it a coincidence that Larry Bird's rookie year coincided with the advent of the three-point line? Well, honestly, it probably is. But that doesn't mean Larry Legend didn't use the new rule to begin building his stellar reputation as a shooter. Number 33 for the Celtics was always one of the best shooters around, but the three-point line really allowed Larry to shine, adding an extra point to every deep shot he took, and a new skills competition for him to dominate. Bird would go on to win the first 3 straight three-point shooting contests of his career, but it was perhaps his first attempt that was the most impressive. In that year, Bird was seen signifying his victory to the audience before the final shot had even fallen. Prime career. Bird was an unstoppable player in the 1980s. Interestingly, his prime years were the ones just after his rookie season. I mean, he played amazingly throughout his career, but here I am talking about the championships. Bird won 3 championships in his career and was the MVP in 2 of them. In 1981, just to get to the finals, the Celtics had to overcome a 3-1 deficit against a great Philadelphia 76ers team that would make the finals 3 times between 1980 and 1983. Then the Celtics took down Moses Malone and the Houston Rockets to win Bird's first title. He averaged 21.9 points, 14 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and 2.3 steals per game for the postseason, and 15.3 points, 15.3 rebounds, and 7 assists per game in the finals. In 1984, the Celtics won what many feel was the greatest NBA Finals series ever played against one of the greatest teams in NBA history in Magic and Kareem's Los Angeles Lakers. Bird was named MVP of the 1983-84 season with averages of 24.2 points, 10.1 rebounds, 6.6 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. He was also named Finals MVP behind 27.4 points, 14 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. In 1986, the Celtics took down the Twin Towers of the Houston Rockets to win Bird his third title. In the playoffs, the Celtics lost only one game through the first 3 rounds en route to a matchup against the Rockets in the finals. In Game 6 of the Finals series, Bird recorded a triple-double of 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists as the Celtics won the Finals series 4-2 against the Rockets. Bird averaged 24 points, 9.7 rebounds, and 9.5 assists per game for the championship round, with averages of 25.8 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 6.8 steals with 2 steals per game. Bird became the third player in NBA history to win 3 consecutive MVP awards. Now, you might say that some players have won more than 3 titles, and of course, you would be right. But the only reason Jordan won more is the fact that Bird had to compete against the Lakers. Either the Lakers or Celtics were in every final during the decade of the 1980s. Bird's competition was far superior to LeBron's or Jordan's. Trash talker. Some people may not know this about the lanky legend, but Larry Bird was a world-class trash talker. So not only was he able to beat most players on the court, but he would tell them about it after. In one of the most brazen examples of Bird running off at the mouth, he once shouted at legendary Pistons coach Chuck Daly, "Who's guarding me, Chuck? Who? You better put someone on me or I'm gonna go for 60." The player assigned to cover Bird was none other than a young Dennis Rodman, one of the greatest defenders in the history of the NBA. There were a lot of big talkers in the NBA's history, but none of them backed it up quite like Larry Bird. He got inside the heads of his opponents and stuck around by incensing them with his constantly running gums. The most versatile. A few players have come into the NBA with the ability to play every single position on the floor. Magic Johnson, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis all fit that mold. So does Larry Bird. But along with being a former NBA All-Star, NBA MVP, NBA All-Pro, Hall of Famer, Defensive Player of the Year, scoring champion, and pretty much every other accolade a player can attain, Larry Bird has also been the NBA's Coach of the Year and Front Office Executive of the Year, not to mention a professional and collegiate Hall of Famer. A lot of players have been called versatile in the long history of the NBA, but none have exemplified the word quite like Larry Bird. He could run all 5 spots on the floor with competence, as well as run a playoff-caliber team at every level of the hierarchy. Individual achievement. Bird's individual numbers alone place him among the most skilled basketball players ever. Over the course of 13 seasons, the forward averaged 24.3 points, 10 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game. He also maintained an impressive efficiency, shooting 49.6% from 2-point and 37.6% from 3-point range during his career. Bird was arguably at his best when the pressure was on. As a result, he's often considered the most clutch basketball player ever on both the offensive and defensive ends of the floor. Analysts frequently point to Bird's triple-double in the final game of the 1986 NBA Finals as the perfect example of his dominance. The Indiana native earned many individual awards during his career, starting with Rookie of the Year in his first season. Bird went on to win 3 consecutive MVP awards from 1983 to 1986. This achievement puts him in rare territory. Only 2 other players in NBA history have won 3 straight MVPs, Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. He was also selected to 12 All-Star teams, 10 All-NBA teams, and 3 All-Defensive teams. Bird also holds the distinction of being the first player in the so-called 50-40-90 club. In other words, he shot 50% from the floor, 40% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. Only 7 other players have achieved this. All in all, Larry Bird is one of the greatest players of all time, and every time someone talks about who the greatest ever or GOAT is, then Larry Bird's name should be on it. So guys, that was it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below about what you think about Larry Bird, and do you consider him to be among the all-time greats? Do leave your opinion, and peace out.
And now y'all let me know. Now y'all let me know if he was right. I think he hit some points right, but I think, damn, it was something I was just about to say too. I forget. It was something that I think he might have. I think he said something about. Oh, I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I was paying attention so much to what he was saying. He says something about. Damn, I can't think of it, y'all. He says something about like only because of the Lakers or something, but I don't think that was true. If y'all know, man, I can't remember the part, man. I can't remember. Dang, I can't remember. He said something about like, whatever, man. I can't forget it. Anyway, man, subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button, turn on that bell, man. Uploading every single day. And I deeply appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing me, man. We're on the road to 2K subs, man. We're almost at 1.5K. I just appreciate it so much, man. I'm just going to keep trying to grind out these videos. Going to keep running it up. Definitely going to start trying to give y'all some more shout outs again. I know I haven't really been doing that lately. It's only because really I haven't been doing that because I've been trying to just knock out these videos, like just trying to knock them out. So sometimes a lot of things take time, and you know, I gotta get some rest sometimes. So I can't, like, you know, be up all throughout the night. Even though I do get a lot of sleepless nights, to be honest, but it's not about me. I just want to let y'all know, so just in case some people might be like, oh, why you ain't do this or why you ain't do that, you know? So I just gotta let people know. I always try to, you know, keep my word, but I'm just being honest. But anyway, man, on to the next video. Let me know in the comments if he got everything right. I believe that he did, but I know there's one part that stuck out to me that I just cannot remember right now at the moment. But yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it. Appreciate all love and support, man. It's been a real journey, man. I plan on actually soon, I don't know exactly when, but I do plan on trying to go to Boston. So definitely might have a little road trip. But before I do that, I'm just trying to build up to get a camera. So when I do take trips and stuff, I'm not like on my phone. My phone's not really the best. So I'm just trying to build up, you know, build up and grind, build up and get a nice good camera. And yeah, so I can definitely maybe start taking some trips so y'all can see different places y'all think y'all might want me to go. I also was thinking about trying to figure out a way in the future to do a meet and greet. I definitely would like to meet some of y'all, and I don't know if there was a good spot, a good place to meet where everybody can actually be close. I know there's a lot of people around different places around the world, but I see a lot of y'all live in Boston. A lot of people tell me they're from Boston, so I definitely may be taking a trip out there, so y'all definitely know when. And yeah, that's about it, man. I'm out. Love y'all. Got some videos you want me to do, leave them down in the comments, or you can send them to my email at DATPHILLYBOINAH@gmail.com. And yeah, that's about it, man. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.